Hey winners, welcome or welcome back to this channel. It's Wini Boansi. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload. And I feel like this year I really did be consistent, or try to be consistent, and I'm really aiming to do so going forward. I'm so excited this evening. I'm actually filming this kind of late for me. It's like 4:55 p.m. And after this video I'm gonna go and see my husband. Y'all see the earrings? See him there? This fine ass legend. I'm going to the theatre to watch a wonderful theatre production that I have been itching to see for ages, and my best friend got us tickets for it as a birthday gift, so I'm so excited. But nevertheless, I was recently asked this question: please explain more about what you didn't like about interlocking. I'm 2 months into my starter locks and I'm torn between interlocking and retwisting, and I commented back to that and said that I would make a very quick video in regards to this. So this is me basically just granting the request. So I've had my hair locked since 2011. I initially started it via just normal plaits, like 3-strand plaits, and then I got it interlocked, and I was getting my locks interlocked for about, I want to say 5.5 years. And then I stopped with the interlocking and then changed over to retwisting. Now I just want to say I'm not an expert or anything like that. I initially started to get my hair interlocked because I have very soft textured hair, and I was made aware that if your hair is of a soft texture, it's going to take a very long time to mat together. And from what I read and what I had heard from certain experts, interlocking was one of the best methods to basically help your hair mat together very quickly. So I was interlocking for, like I said, about 5.5 years. I found that getting my hair interlocked, I don't personally believe that it did make my matting process any quick, to be honest, because my hair took about, I want to say anywhere between 9 to 10 months before fully matting together. It was still unraveling quite a bit. So I personally think that there's a myth that interlocking helps your hair to mat together. I personally do not believe that is the case. What I personally think is, when you get your hair interlocked, for those of y'all that don't know what interlocking is, I think the best way for me to describe it is a crochet needle is used and your hair is taken from here and basically put through the root to obviously tighten your hair and the growth, and it's tightened like as close to your scalp as possible. Sorry if that's a really poor explanation. I'm pretty sure there's thousands of YouTube videos on here that can make it easier for you, and people that would explain it much better than I can. And when you interlock, I personally think that the interlock process, it gives you the illusion that your locks are quote unquote neat for a much longer time than obviously retwisting. Now the reason why I stopped interlocking is because I personally started to not like how my locks looked. I can't really explain it, but I personally feel that for my hair type, not saying that my hair is like full and voluptuous now, because I don't really think that that is the case, but for me, I found that interlocking my hair made my hair a little bit more flat. And not only that, but it wasn't really matting together, so it just seemed like pointless knots were just constantly being created. And in a way, if I was going to redo my lock journey, I would just stick to getting it retwisted. Yes, a retwist, when I get my hair retwisted, I think in one of my recent videos I showed y'all how my hair looks after 2 weeks of a retwist. My hair type, as y'all can see, and actually funny enough, the reason why I'm wearing my hair like this evening is I think I've developed some sort of weird insecurity in regards to like my hairline, simply because this is how my hair grows. Like, my hair grows out of my lock, and I don't have that. A lot of people with locks kind of have like full same size locks everywhere, and everywhere's thick and stuff. Mine's not the case. Middle to the back of my head is quite thick, and then like front of my hair isn't that way. So I purposely wear my hair like this evening in hopes that I'm just gonna have to force myself to get over this insecurity. So I wouldn't say that, oh, what don't I like about interlocking, because I personally feel that everybody has the choice. Everyone should do their own research. I just found that interlocking isn't beneficial to my hair. I think it's a myth that interlocking helps your hair to mat quickly. My personal opinion, no, it doesn't. It just creates a whole bunch of like knots and whatnot to give the illusion that it has, but it really hasn't. And that's just my personal view on it. And also, one of the interesting things that I found is when I transitioned from interlocking to retwisting, and I started to get my locks retwisted. I remember there was one time at my current salon that I get my locks done, the guy that was doing my hair was like, you used to interlock your hair, didn't you? And I was like, how do you know? And he was like, I can tell. And I was like, how can you tell? He was like, because I can see the knots from when you used to get it retwisted. From when you used to get interlocked, sorry. And had you been getting your hair retwisted from the jump, there wouldn't be any knots. So if a professional can literally look at my locks and can see where I started retwisting and where the interlock stopped, it's kind of self-explanatory for me. Also, in my opinion, the difference that I've noticed between the two are interlocking obviously lasts longer. When you get your hair interlocked, your locks will look fresh or neat for a longer time. For me, retwists don't last long unless I have it styled. But obviously the past couple of months I've kind of taken a breather from getting it styled. I don't know if I'll maybe get back to getting it styled next year or not. So yeah, retwists don't last long. Interlocking holds longer, so I guess you can kind of go longer in between when you're interlocking compared to when you're retwisting, depending on if you're somebody that is kind of a little bit obsessive over the neat quote-unquote look. But in regards to the matting process, interlocking doesn't make the matting process any quicker in my opinion. But obviously if you're somebody that's like really sporty or active all the time, you might opt for interlocking more because of that hold, because maybe you don't want to sweat out you don't want to sweat out your fresh interlock retwist look, compared to obviously if you get your locks retwisted but you don't get it styled, then it's not going to last a very long time. I personally wouldn't advise anybody to do it. I wouldn't also advise anybody to not get their locks interlocked. I'm a very big advocate of do whatever works best for you. Do your research, speak to professionals, find out about the different methods that are available to you, and basically take it from there is my advice. I hope that this video helped, especially the person that asked me this question. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. However, what I will say is that this is probably gonna be my last lock video in a while. Not that I'm gonna completely stop making lock videos, but I personally do feel that on this lock journey I've basically said all that's needed to be said in regards to my locks. I feel like if there's any update in future, like maybe if I'm experiencing something different, or I'm trying out a new product, or I want to give y'all an update on the products that I'm using or whatever, then I will make an update. However, I do feel like at this point I'm kind of repeating everything that I've previously said before, and for me it's no longer, to some extent it's no longer enjoyable because I'm not saying anything new. I am gonna diversify this channel a lot more. I want to do a lot more kind of lifestyle and travel content, especially those of you that have been following me for a while. You know that I'm very big on solo traveling, so that's kind of the field that I'm gonna be diving into. You know, I do appreciate all of y'all that have supported me thus far, those of y'all that like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel and give me ideas, etc. And I hope that even though maybe the main reason why that you might be following me is because of my looks, I hope that y'all are not gonna ditch me if I diversify my content, and you'll be able to support it and you will find my other type of content interesting. However, at the same time, I do understand if some of y'all will no longer want to rock with me because I'm diversifying my content, and I just want to say thank you regardless. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Until my next video, and my next video is gonna be a travel vlog. Take care and be good. Mwah. See ya.